MMA Boxing Talk here, coming at you with another video. Just walking home right now. Can't believe the night of fights. UFC 199 lived up to everything. No, I shouldn't say that because there wasn't a whole lot of hype behind this UFC 199 card, other than Ariel Helwani putting out that it's better than UFC 200 on paper. But I'll tell you one thing, this was an amazing night of fights. We had Dustin Poirier, winning TKO over Bobby Green. We had Dan Henderson TKOing Hector Lombard. We also had Max Holloway with a nice unanimous decision win over Ricardo Lamas. Ricardo Lamas, I mean, shit. The guy is a solid fighter, Went the distance with Jose Aldo. Yeah, he got KO'd by Mendez in the first round. Mendez caught him with a nice shot, and Mendez has a ton of power. But Max Holloway, 8-fight win streak, and he's not ready for a title shot? The guy was on an 8-fight win streak, and they throw him Ricardo Lamas. It's definitely a top 5 guy, top 4 guy. Max Holloway looked great, and I can't get over. I'm a huge fan of Max Holloway. I have been ever since, he whooped the shit out of Cub Swanson. Since then, I became a huge fan. Love the guy. Smart. He's tough as nails. Great striker. Well-rounded. Showed amazing takedown defense tonight. I know he stuffed all of Ricardo Lamas' takedowns. Who's a solid wrestler himself. But damn. Max Holloway, he's been on a hell of a roll. He definitely deserves to fight Jose Aldo or Frankie Edgar next. There's no doubt about it. But moving on, Dominick Cruz. What a performance he had tonight. Can't believe it. Wins. Easy. Unanimous decision. One of Dominick Cruz's easier fights of his career. Against a guy he's had 9-year rivalry with. Urijah Faber. I mean, this dated back all the way to 2007. Dominick Cruz, it was his first pro fight. He got submitted by Urijah Faber. 4 years later, he has the UFC belt at this point, and he defends it in a very, very close fight against Urijah Faber. It was a unanimous decision, but that was back in 2011, but that could have easily been a split decision for Cruz, But tonight, he showed that he's leagues above Urijah Faber. He proved my prediction right that, Urijah Faber never, ever has evolved with the times. And Cruz has, and Cruz has been out. So could you imagine if Dominick Cruz, was never injured? I think at the same time, though, he took a different approach, being out so long. Mentally, he had to change his approach because he admitted, he pushed himself too hard. You can't do that coming off of, knee surgeries and shit like that. Not to mention his first knee surgery or second, I'm not sure which one it was. I mean, it just rejected it straight up. But anyway, crazy win for Dominick Cruz. Maybe his best performance. But yeah. And then the main event, can't believe it. Michael the Count Bisping gets a TKO win over Luke Rockhold in the first round. No one would have ever guessed that would have ever happened. I am so happy for Michael the Count Bisping. I predicted Luke Rockhold to win, but I'll tell you one thing. I was totally cheering for Michael the Count Bisping in this fight. Not a big fan of Luke Rockhold, his character, and he's just a little too arrogant, too cocky for me. Amazing fighter though, can't take anything away from him. Before this fight, he truly was. He was ranked 3rd pound for pound, and that was deservingly so. Now you got Dominick Cruz, who slips into the 3rd pound for pound ranking in the world in the UFC. Michael Bisping is the new middleweight champion. I still can't believe that. I mean, that's going to be weird for a while, but can you imagine all the shit he's going to say in the media? It's going to be crazy. He right after the fight, he said, that was easy. That was easy. That was his easiest fight. And, you know, this guy had a long time coming, you know. This guy won the Ultimate Fighter 10 years ago and only gets his first title shot now off 2.5 weeks notice. Damn, did he ever look good. And, you know, before he even rocked and dropped Rockhold, he dropped him twice. But Bisping was landing those shots, those hard shots. He was winning that round if that would have went, you know, if Rockhold would have got out of that first round. Bisping won that round. And then, you know, he stopped him. You know, he ate a punch, threw a body shot. Bisping, you know, beautiful combination. He eats a punch, throws a body shot, and drops Rockhold with a nice hook. Rockhold, you know, dazed as fuck, wobbly legs, and then boom, they clinch for a second. Rockhold lands another beautiful hook and stops Luke Rockhold in the first round. Can't believe it. We have a new champion. I cannot wait until we see Michael Bisping at the post press conference. I mean, he wants to be humble, but this guy, you know, he said what he was going to do. Well, not in the first round, but he said he was going to beat Luke Rockhold. He had confidence. The way his swagger walking into the octagon looked phenomenal. I was happy with that. This guy's a character guy. I mean, how can you not like Michael Bisping? I wasn't always a fan, but well, look at what this guy's all about. Look at the path he took to win the belt. I mean, shit. Waited 10 years and finally gets a title shot with 2.5 weeks notice against the top, you know, number 3 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, Luke Rockhold. That's a heavy task, you know, that's a huge task, and he got it done. I'm so pumped for him. But I wanted to put out a video, you know, talking about the fights, great night of fights. But that's it for this one. If you like the video, subscribe. Check me out on Twitter at MMA Boxing Talk 1. Peace out, everyone.